Kisna and I are just about to start a match. He's playing Whitebeard on the left. I'm playing Zoro on the right. He wins the dice roll and chooses to go second here. I decide to mulligan here, and Kisna decides to keep his hand, so he says his life. So I'm taking this hand, I'm setting my life, and then I'm setting my Dawn up. And you'll see the rare turn 1, Dawn 1, Zoro pass. And now we go over to Kisna. He draws a card, sets up the 2 Dawn. He plays 1 for the Whitebeard Pirates. Grabs the top 5 of his deck. Pulls out a Whitebeard and bottom decks the rest. He then passes over to me. I draw 1 card. I'm on 3 Dawn now. Here we're showing the camera our hands. I forgot to show it at the beginning, but now you're gonna get a general idea of why I did that and what Kisna has in his hand. So I just decided to put 3 underneath Zoro and swing for 8 at Whitebeard. Kisna uses 1 for guard point, and I pass over to him. He's on 4 Dawn now. He swings 6 at me directly. I use a 2K Otama to get out of it. He then uses 4 for a Marco blocker. Passes his turn, grabs life. I draw a card. Now I'm up to 5 Dawn. I put 1 underneath Zoro and swing at Whitebeard for 6. He counters out with a 2K Machina. I then play 4 Dawn for a Marshall D Teach and pass my turn. Kisna draws a card. He is up to 6 Dawn now. He then uses 1 Dawn for Whitebeard Pirates. Which he pulls out an ISO. He then uses an ISO to search another top 5. He then pulls out a Speed Jill. He swings Whitebeard at Zoro for 6. I take that life. No trigger. He then plays 4 for a Speed Jill and passes it back over to me. I'm at 7 Dawn now. So I think here for a little bit, and I play with my Dawn for a little bit here. I put 1 Dawn underneath Zoro. And then I play 3 to play Rush Zoro out and swing 6 at lead. He counters that with a 1k Marco blocker. I then swing 6 from Zoro to Whitebeard. He counters that with a 2k Machinogan. I then attach 3 underneath Teach and swing in for 10. He takes that life. And then I pass my turn. Kisna is now at 8 Dawn. It looks like he's leaving 2 side for events or something like that. He decides to put 1 Dawn underneath Speed Jill. He swings 7k into my Zoro character. I decided to counter out of this for a Machino and a 1k Marco blocker. He then follows up with a 6k swing from Whitebeard leader into Blackbeard. Kisna then plays 1 for Otama to neg my Zoro to 3k. Plays 5 for the Marco to KO my Zoro Rush character. Kisna then passes with 1 Dawn up. I'm going to 9 Dawn on my side, but overall that was a pretty good play. It took a lot of cards out of my hand, and it got rid of the Zoro in the end of it. I'm just happy that I have a Marshall D Teach still on the field though, so can't really complain. At 9 Dawn, I'm doing the classic, and I'm just going to slam it for a Newgate. Apply the buff to my leader here. I use dice just to show it, and then I swing into the Speed Jill. It's because it's the same stat line as Whitebeard, but in this scenario, I just wanted it off the board if he let it go, which he decides to let it go. I then can't do anything with my turn, and I pass it over to Kisna. Kishna's at 10 Dawn. He then uses 9 Dawn for a Newgate of his own and applies a 2k leader buff. He swings 8 into my 7. I take it. And no trigger. He passes his turn over to me. I'm at 10 Dawn now. Here's another classic red thing. I play another 9 Dawn for a Newgate. So this is 3 Newgates back to back. I'm deciding if I want to play something and swing or something else, but in the end, I decided to pass. Kisna then plays another 9 Dawn and lays down another Newgate over his Otama. So he has a full board. This is pretty scary. And then he swings another 8 into my 7. I'm thinking about countering, but I kind of need to see more cards. So I take the life. Kisna then passes with 1 Dawn up. My 2K buff is over now, and I draw a card, and I'm kind of looking through it. I play 2 for a Dadan. In the end, I grab the Magra. I play 1 Dawn for a Nami. Search another top 5. I grab a guard point because this board's still looking scary, and if I want to live here, I think I need a little bit more events and protection, even though I have 2 life left. I'm thinking about what I need to do here, kind of talking it through with him, explaining my thought process. You know, it's just kind of like hanging out, so it's chill. In the end, I put 3 underneath Zoro, and then swing Teach in for 8 with the ability to trash Dadan and Zoro, drawing another card. And then I swing another 8 into Kisna, and he counters that with a 1K speed gel. I then pass with 4 Dawn open. Just swinging into AK is just really tough sometimes, so I think 2 attacks wasn't the worst thing. I got some value out of Dadan. I needed to dig. I was looking for 1 card in particular. You'll see next turn here, but so Kitchen's at 10 Dawn, and I have 4 Dawn up. I think 7 cards in hand, which is a decent amount. Kitchen's laying 2 Dawn to the side here. It looks like he's saving that 2 Dawn. He puts 2 underneath, 1 Newgate, and attacks the Marshall D Teach, KOing the Nami on the side. I'm not going to defend that. The Teach worked fine for me. He got me some cards, took a hit. Pretty cool. Kisna puts 2 underneath, Whitebeard leader, swings AK directly at me. I then play 1 for a radical beam. He puts 2 underneath 5 cost Marco to swing 8K into Zoro. I use 1 for a guard point and a 2K Makino to get out of that. Finally, he swings for 12K with his last Newgate at me, and I take that life. No trigger. He passes, draws his last life. And it's back over to me. So pretty much here I'm looking for an Otama, which could neg the Marco and would be game for me. And so I play the Dan, and I'm searching top 5 here. Or I'm looking for a Nami because I do play Diable. So either one to get past this Marco blocker, just because I think I'll lose after this turn no matter what. And I also do have a Fiery Doll in hand. So in the end, I find this Otama, I neg the Marco, I put 1 underneath Zoro, and then I put 2 underneath Newgate to swing 13k into Newgate, KOing the Marco blocker. Kisna pays 1 and then removes the blocker off here. He plays 1 for the Radical Beam. So he's at 10k right now. And then uses 2 2ks. I then play 2 for the Fiery Doll. And swing 10 into Newgate. And that's game. We just kind of laugh about how that ended, and yeah, it was a cool game.